We handle that question and answer? Or?
Just go ahead and start out with that.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. Good afternoon. I am Colonel Joseph Wells, and I'm the Chief Deputy with the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Joining me this afternoon is Mayor Jamie Watts. He's the mayor of the town of Welaka, and of course we are right in about the center of the town of Welaka. So at 2:57 p.m. this afternoon, the Emergency Communications Center at the Putnam County Sheriff's Office received a frantic call from a parent regarding her missing 4-year-old son. Mason Newstead is his name. He is 4 years old. He is non-communicative autistic, so we are obviously working with a very special young man with some special needs. So the Welaka Police Department was the initial responding agency, and of course our deputy sheriffs responded along with the Welaka Police Department because of the nature, the amount of assets that are going to be needed. So from there, the investigation has continued. There is absolutely no signs of child neglect or foul play at this time. This is simply a case of a special young man who wandered away, and we have rolled out all the stops from multiple agencies and multiple counties to try to locate him. So what you may hear over you now is aviation unit from St. Johns County. There are canine bloodhounds here from Putnam County, St. Johns County, and Flagler County. The Putnam County Marine Unit, along with vessels operated by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, are on scene. There are divers on scene from the Putnam County Sheriff's Office actively diving the water at this time, with backup divers on the way from Clay County. Obviously, our Incident Command Unit is on scene, along with our Criminal Investigations Bureau. The fact that the Criminal Investigations Bureau is here should not be indicative of any type of crime or foul play. It's simply as part of a missing child protocol, where it's an all call for all detectives to be on scene so that they can run through the protocols to make sure we're covering everything. There is no Amber Alert issue because, as you know, Amber Alerts must have some significant finding of foul play or abduction, and none of that exists in this case. We're simply looking for a lost young man. The concern here is the vicinity to where the young man lived, and the last known direction of travel on him was towards the river. So obviously we are a very marine-based search at this point. However, we are asking everyone, no matter where you're located in the town of Welaka, to please keep your eyes out. If you see anything, let us know. And if you have ring cameras or other surveillance systems on your residence, please check those. We have been able to develop a very significant lead on his last known location at this point because of a ring camera that saw him. So that's been very, very helpful. We have posted a still picture of Mason, who, like I said, is 4 years old. He was last seen wearing a gray pajama outfit with superheroes on it. And he, other than that, looks very similar to that photo, to include the length and color of his hair, which is mostly brown but has some red accent to it. So again, at this point, this is a missing child investigation, and all hands are on deck at this point, and a massive search going on. The search will not end until we bring Mason home one way or the other. It may take on a different aspect as we start to get to low light, have to switch to night vision goggles and night vision equipment, but it will continue nonstop between us and our partner agencies until we bring Mason home.
How close does he live to the water?
So he lives in a small resort park just probably south or behind me from here, and that is a riverfront piece of property. He lives very close to the water.
How large is the search area?
So right now, as far as the search area on the ground, we are working as far as multiple miles out, doing neighborhood canvassing, talking to people to see if they've seen anything. The marine search is relatively concentrated at this point based on his last known location, and also with data that we're able to receive from Secretary Jackson from the United States Coast Guard that gives us water direction, water speeds, and all that type of stuff. So the divers use their calculation, and they are focusing on the immediate area at this point, and with a special focus of any obstructions such as docks and boat marinas that are in the area.
The fact that he is nonverbal, can you talk about how that makes it even more difficult for you guys? Because we aren't talking about a child that can yell out and say help or anything like that.
You know, absolutely. The upside to that is that our detectives and our folks have very specialized training in dealing with nonverbal children. The information for the public would be he may not respond if you try to call his name. He may be scared, probably very scared at this point. He hasn't seen his mom since around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So just approach very gently and very cautiously, and if you don't feel like you can approach at all, try to keep a visual on and call 911 immediately, and we will send somebody to you. It does present a challenge. Then again, it's not anything that we haven't seen before, and not anything that we're not trained to do.
You said 2:45 or something.
2:57 p.m. was our 911 call. The first officer on scene, which was the Welaka Police Department, was on scene within 45 minutes.
So do you guys think that he wandered out of the house, or was he in the backyard when he disappeared?
I don't have that exact information. That would be something I'm sure the detectives have gotten that I just haven't been briefed on yet. But I do know that he was last seen at his residence. Whether he was inside or outside, I'm not clear on.
Anything the public can do to help?
Like I say, we only have a very few streets blocked. We ask that the public please avoid those streets. That's just so we can operate with the amount of divers and marine units that are on scene and the amount of assets. And other than that, anybody that lives in the greater Welaka area, just keep your eyes out, because one thing that has been surprising to me throughout my career is how quick and how far these young kids can go. So while we believe he's still in the concentrated area, all possibilities exist. Please keep your eyes out and just notify us with anything that you see. Even if it turns out to be a false lead, it's certainly worth checking.
I'm sorry.
All eyes and ears right now.
I thought he was last seen at 12:30 from the Facebook post. I thought that's what it said.
Okay, then I will need to double check that. I picked the time off of the computer-aided dispatch screen, and if I read the wrong time, that could be another arrival time. Let me confirm that before we totally get off.
I was wondering if the mayor could comment, because we were just at the gas station here before we came here, and one thing that I thought was really interesting is how people are talking about this at the local gas station. Is that indicative of just how close-knit this community is?
We have a community of 952 people, and we're very, very close to it. So absolutely. And we've had people call the town hall asking what they can do. And at this point, as the colonel said, we want to keep everybody away from the area right now so the searchers can do their job. And we're just asking everybody in the community, please pray right now and pray for a successful outcome.
Can you get the correct spelling of the first and last name? We're recording it back in
Oh, Jamie, Jamie, Watts, Watts.
Mayor of Welaka.
Mayor of Welaka.
Thank you.
I'm confirming that time for you at this point. Just checking it real quick as you guys are beginning to arrive. So we're happy to answer any questions. Also, like I said before, I'm available if anybody needs to do lives as we get closer to those live air times. Just communicate with me. And just because everybody's recording now, I'll go ahead and just give you a direct contact number so you can reach me. Of course, our public information officer decided to take a day off after a very busy week, and so you're stuck with me. But my contact is 386-937-3334. And again, I'm Colonel Wells, the undersheriff, so feel free to call me, and we'll try to make ourselves available to you. And but we will also announce any additional information and ask for you to please cover anything additional significant that comes up.
And just for confirmation, the area that you're talking about that he came from, that would be the area directly across the street behind where it's rope taped off?
So the street that runs along the river is called Front Street, and yes, he was last seen in his residence on Front Street, which is just a few blocks from where we stand today.
We live next door at the lodge, and I do believe the calls came in around 12:30.
I believe you're right on that too. I think I just left the one off of that number, so yes, so I'm confirming that, but I do believe you're right. We're not live. I can walk back and check it unless you guys have any other questions now, and I'll make sure we confirm that time with you. I don't want that information out. All good? Let me double check that real quick.
You're gonna need to go handheld because we're gonna need the way back there.
Going all the way down? Oh, thank you.
Okay, I can't get it to turn. Turn it off.